Happy Thursday, Mountain West region. Have you ever heard that word so many times in the last 2 weeks? Unprecedented, but every time it rings true. When has there been schools closed for all this time, not being able to meet for club, campaigners, meet one-on-one with other people, restaurants closed, people asked to stay home? Never seen anything like this. But I want to invite you to consider that this could be an unprecedented time for creating new healthy rhythms and discipline in your life and in my life, with the time that's slow, that we're at home, that we're not out doing all the stuff that we've been usually doing. It's hard. During one of my times of sabbatical on staff, I met with a guy named Father Rock in Oregon. He's been a mentor to a lot of people and a lot of Young Life staff. And Father Rock, I asked him, how have you stayed for over 50 years in leadership? And he said, it's because of rhythm, order, and discipline. And rhythm, just having those consistent patterns in your life that are predictable and you know that you're going to do it on that certain day, that certain week. Order, your priorities are there, they're set, and you follow it. And then discipline, you do what needs to get done. He said because of rhythm, order, and discipline, he's been able to stand the test of time in leadership. And I thought, what an opportunity that we have right now. I recognize that some of us, whether we're single or have family and kids at home, that this is anything but a time of rhythm, order, and discipline. But I really want us to think about ourselves for a moment. A mentor of mine gave me this book, The Life You've Always Wanted. And he talked about how this is a book that's really powerful in creating spiritual discipline and rhythm in our life. And basically, John Ortberg, the author, talks about to find a rhythm or a discipline, a spiritual discipline in our life, pair it with something that we struggle with, something that we're lacking, something we do too much. So for example, he talks about how there's a lot of us tend to struggle with either the sins of commission or the sins of omission. Sins of commission, that struggle is when we do too much. We're saying stuff we shouldn't say, drinking, eating, being busybodies, just being overstimulated. And so a perfect spiritual discipline to match with that is one of abstinence or fasting or taking away, working on our no work muscles. On the opposite side, some of us struggle with the sins of omission, things we don't do. We don't encourage or give to the poor. We don't serve. We don't get out of our comfort zone. We play it safe. We keep to ourselves. And so a perfect spiritual discipline to fit with those are spiritual disciplines that have to do with exerting ourselves. And that might be study, it might be reaching out to other people, encouraging, calling, giving, serving. So just ways that we exert ourselves. But I was thinking in this time that we can find some unprecedented rhythms in our life, both in Young Life, in our jobs, in our areas, and also in our personal life. A healthy rhythm to fit with being overstimulated, doing too much, being overly anxious is the kind of discipline or rhythm that is about abstaining or stopping doing things. And that might be making a list every day or once a week about what it is you're not going to do. If you're struggling more with that you're not doing anything, you might feel frozen, stuck, unintentional, like you could be doing something but you're not. That maybe you make a list every day, every week of some things that you can do, that you would engage yourself, that you work your doing muscles instead of the not doing, instead of just sitting and letting time pass and Netflix and scrolling, maybe feel like you're wasting time, to make the most of it. You'd make a list of things that you can do. No matter where you're at, my prayer for you and my prayer for myself is this could be an unprecedented time to start to get those spiritual and leadership rhythms and disciplines in our life that perhaps that we've always wanted to do, but we haven't. And now is a great time for that. While I'm at it, just give a shameless plug for some of the rhythms in a Young Life area that you're wanting to do consistently, that you get your Google Calendar out or your calendar, whatever you do, and make recurring events every week. And it might be core ministry counts. I know some of you probably rolled your eyes when I said that, but it might be a great chance to say, when am I going to create that rhythm so that it's yours and you have time now to think about it? It might be checking your cash flow. It might be praying through your committee, your kids, your leaders, or your greenhouse, the people you're developing to become a part of your area. But take this time to create rhythm, order, and discipline. May God's Spirit fill you and lead you and give you comfort and peace during this anxious time. Blessings to you.